Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to solve a very famous LeetCode SQL problem, which is the combine two tables. So in this video, I will explain everything in step by step. So even beginners can understand it very easily. So the problem is that here we can see in a question we are given two tables first one is the table is the person and second one is the address table. So person table have some data and also the address table have some data. So let me explain first table. In this table, which okay, let's see the example. And this is the person table, and this is the person ID. So person ID and also the last name and first name. Okay, so the table contains basic information about the people, as we can see in this uh, table. So this is the person ID, which is the unique for every person. This is okay. You can see very well. So also it's contain the first name and as well as last name. Got it? So now let's move on to the another table, which is the address table. So in this table, we can see the look the address table address ID and person ID, city and state. Okay, which have address table has only four instances. We can say that this is the address information with, the address table contains. So the important observation here now. Notice the one important thing both tables contain the same column, which is the person ID. So we can see in a address table, which is the person ID, and also in a person table, which contain the person ID. So here we can see this is the common data in both the tables. So the so the common columns help us connect the two tables. So as we know that, okay. So according to the both the tables, so what the question asks us to the display the first name, last name, and city and state. Okay, got it? First name, last name, city and state we have to for the every person. So, okay, this is the most important thing that we need to understand here. Like every person means that we can't skip the data of the any person, even though if we don't have the some data in an address table. For example, like okay, first we need to understand the logic. Then I will move on to the why is this line is the most important. Like okay, so now let's pay the attention very carefully here. You can see in the person table here. Okay, so this is the person ID and this is the name. As we know that this is the Alan and this is the person ID, which is the Bun. But in the address table, person ID two, in a person ID two, in a the person table, which is name is the Bob, but and person ID in the address table, which is the two. We have some data like New York City and New York and state data. Got it? So this is the simple thing that we need to see here. But here Bob has an address. Okay, this is the person ID as we know that. Two is the person ID. Name of the person is the Bob. But 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 for the Allen person ID 2, but in address table we don't have any person ID which contains the data which contains the value is 1. So that's why we can say that, but we need to return the data for the both the person. So when we return the data of the Allen, for, then what we will put instead of uh, city and state, we will put the null. Got it? So this is the uh, observation that we need to understand. So still the output must include the Allen in this concept. Okay. So what we need to use here to return the output, we are using the left join. So First we need to understand the what is the left join. As we know that the left join take all the records from the left table, and even if there is no matching record into the right table. Okay, so in our query, according to the our query, the left table equal to which is the person table, which mark as a left table, and the address table, which is the right table. Okay, which is uh, our second table. So let's write the simple uh, basic first statement of the query, which is the select person dot first name, person dot last name, and address dot city, and address dot state. Got it? Or address dot state. So what we need to return: person first name, person last name, and the person address of the city and the address of the state. Okay, so this is the select statement which tell us to the SQL, which is columns we want to the find the output according to this select statement, which uh, which data we want to print in the table. So this is the select statement tell us. Okay, so now what we will do next thing here, like from, like if I select this data, but from which table? From the from person table. Got it? Person table. Now we will apply the left join here. So as we know that the left join, this is the query for the left join address on person dot person id and address dot person right. Okay, as we know that the person id, because the person id is the common in both the table, in the person table as well as the address table. That's why we are applying here the left join, so we can easily compare both the table according to the person id. Okay, so now let's understand how this query works internally. Got it? So here we can see the Alice record, which is the person ID 1. Okay, Alan has the person ID which is 1. Got it? But in a address table, there is no record with the person ID 1, because there is no person id which is equal to 1. If the person id is not present there, then record will also not present. So the SQL keeps Alan's data, but the address column become null, as we earlier discussed in this question. Okay, so what will be output for the Alan, which is city is equal to null as well as state equal to null. Got it? So for the Bob record, as Bob has the person ID 2. For the Bob person ID, Bob contains the person ID 2. Okay. And the address table also contains person ID 2. So SQL combine both rows successfully. Because in a person ID 2, we have a data which is the New York City and New York. The city name New York City and the state name is the New York. So our final output, which will looks like, let me run. So this is our final output. We can see here like name of the person, last name of the person, and city. As we earlier discussed, like if the person id which is not present into the address table, then what we will return? We will simply return the null. Got it? So this is the, this is the observation as well as the code for the SQL query. Let's submit this code. Yeah, run successfully. So guys, thank you so much. And this this is the solution for the lead code SQL problem. Contains two tables. Okay. Sorry, combine two tables. So I hope you are understood the concept of the left join clearly. And if this video helped you, then like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. See you into the next SQL tutorial. Thank you so much.